Hey, good day and happy day. The state of Virginia, they passed a law way back in 1860 that said, no cussing. You cuss, we're going to fine you. If you keep cussing, we're going to put you in prison, don't you know? And that law is still in effect today. Believe it or not, people actually get charged if they're cussing. Wow, that's kind of interesting stuff. I mean, it's a hell of a thing. Well, just saying, but it is going on in Virginia. Now, we have other things going on here. The other day I was in Canada and I called Alaska Air to change my flight. And at the end of the conversation, I gave the gal I was talking to, the address of this show, rededition.com, and I said, you all should watch. So if you're watching Miss Alaska, howdy. In any event, we had an interesting talk. She said to me, our administration is kind of against Canadians, so good luck on your trip, more or less. But she was very cordial, very polite. And I laughed and I said, well, actually, I'm a dual citizen and I'm just fine with it. And all of the Canadian in me is on side with Trump and his policies because it's a strategy. And she was quite taken back. And she said, a strategy? What strategy? And I said, well, look at the stock market. It crashed and everyone says it's his fault, and then he immediately went out and he refinanced tens of trillions of dollars of debt at a much lower interest rate, and he saved you, Miss Alaska. Americans, me too, he saved us billions of dollars in interest payments a day. A day. Wow, big numbers. And she said, I didn't know that. And I said, that's because you watch CNN. I mean, fake news, you all got to start watching other programs, other channels, other platforms, because there's a lot more to it. His delivery, some people don't like so much. And she said, I sure don't. And I said, well, that's okay. I get it. But you have to look at the end result. So anyway, it was an interesting conversation. If that was recorded, all the heads in Alaska, if they ever listen to it, some will have a stroke. Just saying. Now, we got a picture of a powerful moment in the White House, hanging up where a picture of, a portrait, I should say, of Barack Obama used to hang. It's now been replaced with a portrait of Donald Trump during his assassination attempt with fight, fight, fight. And so they took the left, and put it elsewhere, and there's a big outcry. I mean, liberals are losing their minds. All that happened here is the picture went from one wall to another wall, and that's kind of decorating, and the person that lives in the White House kind of has that ability to do that, don't you think? Just saying. Now, Donald Trump, moving along here, he's doing a lot of stuff, and I have talked about this before, reciprocatory stuff for guns, boomity, boomity, boom, boom, but he's pushing it forward now in a stronger way. He did this in his first presidency. He got it up to the Senate, and the Senate rejected it, and now all appearances are that the Senate will probably approve it, and Trump is really behind this. He's saying that the legislation is known as Constitutional Concealed Carry Reciprocatory Act. And this bill requires states to recognize concealed carry permits issued by other states. And Trump goes on to say that, you know what, constitutional rights are universal. I will sign a constitutional carry reciprocatory. Your Second Amendment does not end at the state line. So this is like, authorities recognize out-of-state driver's licenses. It's exactly the same thing. If you're allowed to protect yourself in your state and you cross the state line, all of a sudden you're a criminal, that doesn't make any kind of sense. And so Trump is pushing hard for this, and I really hope it does get through, because I'm one of them. I got permits, and it'd be kind of nice to not have to check and stop at the roadside before you welcome to, but before you kind of go across and feel welcome, you find out if you're going to be a criminal in the next couple of minutes or not. Now you have the left. Here's what a left-wing lawmaker actually has said. A nationwide policy could open the door for more dangerous individuals to carry weapons legally in stricter states. Okay, what does that mean? More dangerous individuals. Well, firstly, if you have a concealed carry, a CCW, in any state, you've passed all the tests. You've done the background test, the brain test, like you're a good person. If you pass that, if you have a carry license, policemen don't have to go through what you go through, what I went through to carry a firearm. I've been with people that it's been discovered that I have a permit and that I may have a gun on me. And some people are frightened. And I say, I'm the safest guy in the room. I mean, good grief, just kind of move along here. Now, Canada's moving along. I mean, you've got this Mark Carney. He's the temporary, hopefully, Prime Minister, but he's pushing hard, of course, to be the permanent one for the next 4, possibly 5 years. Could that happen? It could, because 70% of all Canadians have never voted conservative. Conservatives have been in power because of the split on the left. You have the NDP, which stands for commie, and then of course you have the Liberals and the Green Party and the Bloc Party in Quebec, and there's so many little pieces to the left, and support now is waning for the NDP, and those people, the assumption is that they in fact will vote for Liberals. So you know what, there's a tipping point going on here in Canada, because Canada can't survive another term of left-wingism. It's crazyism, and this Carney, he does it with a nicer smile than the predecessor little boy guy, and it's not good. So we're hopeful because leftism is bad. Now, years ago on this show, I had a short clip on Bob Hope, what he did once in Hollywood. It's a fantastic clip, and you need to watch it. Have a watch, have some fun with it, and you'll come back. Well, hold it, I'll come back after you watch this. Have a look.
You live here?
Yes.
Well, maybe you know what a zombie is.
When a person dies and is buried, it seems there are certain voodoo priests who have the power to bring him back to life.
Horrible.
It's worse than horrible, because a zombie has no will of his own. You see them sometimes walking around blindly with dead eyes, following orders, not knowing what they do, not caring.
You mean like Democrats?
I hope that Canada's paying attention, and I hope other countries are as well. Change the word Democrat to liberal, and you kind of got it for every nation in the world. Liberalism is bad. See ya.